Hello and welcome back to Bodyweight Calisthenics Home, which is my personal YouTube channel dedicated to my personal calisthenics transformation. I've just finished workout number 10, which is why I'm slightly out of breath. And if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm 55 years old, and exactly 1 month ago I started a bodyweight transformation for several different reasons. Lots of different motivations behind me deciding to start this bodyweight transformation at the age of 55. As you can see from this whiteboard, 294 subscribers in a month. The vast majority of those being in the last week. In fact, only a week ago, that was 92. I'm going to say a little bit more about that in this video, because in this video, I'm going to share 10 very powerful insights from this, my first month trying calisthenics. And I'm not going to keep you all day, so I'll whistle through them at pace. If you can just bear with me for 10 minutes or so. So the workout I've just done, you'll be able to see playing on my left, your right of screen. It's the 28th of December, 2022. We just passed Christmas. In fact, my last workout was on Christmas Day morning. And again, I'm going to say something about that in this video as well. Anyway, let's get on with the main subject matter of this video, which is my 10 powerful insights having reviewed month 1 of my calisthenics transformation. Incidentally, I write all these down in the description box below this video. I'm doing this for several reasons. I want to share what I've learned with you. If you're a beginner, and also if you're an expert, I'd love your ideas and thoughts and comments on these insights which I'm about to share with you. I'm also getting these things on record because in the future, when I look back, I'd like a kind of a date stamp as to when exactly I realised these things. Number 1, age is a factor. 55. I can't do what I used to do when I was in my 20s and 30s. So age is a factor in this bodyweight calisthenics transformation. However, I must not let it be a limiting factor. It does have an impact being slightly older. You've got to take care. You've got to be cautious. You've got to be aware of the possibilities of injuries. You've got to do a warm up and a warm down. But having said that, it also, the maturity, I suppose, gives you a little bit of patience. And you've got to have patience when you're above a certain age. Now, I've been really encouraged by some of the comments on my videos from ages ranging from 20 all the way up to 61. So I'm far from past it. So that's my comment on age. The second one on the list is it only works. And I used to work in sales and I used to listen to motivational tapes, and there was a guy called Jack Black up in Scotland, and his catchphrase was, it only works. And what he meant by that is if you keep doing what you need to do to be successful, it will work. Now, until recently, I've had this kind of limiting belief that maybe it won't work for me because I'm tall and thin. Maybe I'm an ectomorph or an endomorph. Maybe I've got the wrong genes. Maybe I've got a fast metabolism. And having looked at lots of different YouTube videos of lots of different transformations, from tall people to short people, fat people, thin people, if you do what you need to do in the gym, it only works. It's science-based, it's fact-based, there's no luck involved, it's not based on probabilities, it's cause and effect. Once you've got that belief, it's a really powerful thing because it's motivational and it drives you forward. Number 3, talking about being motivated and driving forwards, take ownership. One thing I have realised is that other people's objectives in their lives don't always dovetail and tie in with your personal objectives. Christmas is a classic point here because over Christmas it's all kinds of tensions pulling in different directions. Can we go shopping? Can we pull the tree up? Can we go and visit Auntie Mabel? And they're all pulling in different directions. And I don't think you can change those tensions, but what you can do is you can change your approach to those tensions and really take ownership. So for example, right now it's 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing my workout. I would prefer to do it in the afternoon, but got visitors this afternoon. If I leave it till this afternoon, it just won't happen. So I've taken ownership of it. I've taken responsibility for it. I'm doing it now. I'm finding solutions to these problems. It's about having a solutions focused approach. Number 4, multifaceted. Now, naively, when I started this calisthenics transformation. I just assumed it was about coming into the gym and doing a workout. How wrong was I? When I say multifaceted, I've actually done a little table here of all the different things that you have to consider: rest and sleep, diet, protein, what goes on in the mind, goals and objectives, time management, measurements, that which can be measured, can be managed, the science behind it. Some of the comments I've had from you subscribers out there about the science behind how it works, hypertrophy and progression and going to failure and repetitions, and it's a real science. This is not accidental. Nutrition and anatomy. I'm going to talk about anatomy in a moment. And the last but not least is the workout. But that's how multifaceted it is, this whole process of calisthenics. Number 5, always be learning. Now, I did a lot of research before I started this journey. In a way, it helped me to procrastinate because I was always thinking, well, I don't know enough about it to get started yet. But the fact of the matter is, I've probably learned 10 times more since I started than I ever did before. So my advice, my tip to myself actually would be, get started, but keep an open mind, keep reviewing, keep listening, keep reading, keep learning, keep watching YouTube, keep listening to subscribers who are experts, who know so much more than me. Always be learning, have an open-minded learning mindset. And by doing that, things will get better. And let me give you a few examples of that. In my workout, I've learned to slow down. I've learned that whilst I wasn't really going to failure, you don't really have to go all the way to failure. Every time approaching failure will do some good. I've learned so much. I could stand here all day telling you about all the things I've learned. And a lot of that is thanks to you subscribers, so again, appreciate it. Number 6, mix it up, have fun, and change it about. I suppose there's lots in this, but it's about having a slightly different approach to your workout, maybe doing a different exercise first, second, third, and then changing the routine slightly so that you're attacking the muscles from different angles, a subtly different approach to your workout. It'll make it more fun, it'll keep you motivated, it will keep you interested, but also it will act different stimuluses within the muscles. Now, a classic example of this was my dips. A subscriber, and you'll have to forgive me, I can't remember, was it VX or something, was looking at my dips, and he was saying, or she, was that it seemed that my dips were like this, in other words, along the line of my body, which makes them tricep heavy. Whereas if you're leaning forwards, they become more biceps. That's a classic example of mixing it up and changing it. Number 7, something I've learned several times over now, is that this idea of it being push and pull, and that the body is balanced. So that you've got a bicep and you've got a tricep, so you've got two muscles working in different directions. You've got to exercise both sides of that muscle group in a compound way. Also on the push-ups, now, you know, from an ego point of view and from a point of view, what's the word, you know, when you're thinking about your appearance, you want big pecs, don't you? You want big shoulders. But there's two sides to that coin, and the other side is the back. And in order to be stable and healthy and not have injury, you've got to do both. So, you know, since recently, I've now included in, as well as my push-ups, but an inverted row, an inclined horizontal row, which works my back and the front. And both those two things are like yin and yang. Number 8, anatomy. By the way, this is my microphone here, in case you're wondering why I'm speaking close to these rubber bands. That's my microphone. Number 8, anatomy. How naive was I? I just thought it was like pecs, biceps. There's so many different muscle groups. There's so many different tendons. There's so many different joints. I really do have to make it a to-do. I've written to-do there. I need to sit down and start learning about the anatomy, because it will inform how I do my workouts, what movements I do, and how I do them, and what effect that will have. You know, talking about multifaceted, that was on that list because so much of this is about understanding the anatomy. Number 9, the power of a gym buddy. Now, my mate Scott has a personal trainer. He goes to a gym and he has a personal trainer. And I thought, well, why are you spending money on a personal trainer? Why don't you just do it yourself? That's this point, the power of a gym buddy. Now, you subscribers, you're my gym buddy. Scott pays someone to be a personal trainer. I've taken a different view of that now. I think it's a good thing, as is having a coach. The power of the gym buddy is it brings you to the gym. Whilst you're at the gym, it holds you to account. It makes you push yourself. It gives you motivation, and it gives you recognition and reward for what you do achieve. And it keeps you on track. It gives you a community, and it gives you a sounding board. That's what you are out there. So massive power having a gym buddy. And if you remember back to, I think, my second video, I wrote the names of my first 12 subscribers on there. Now I've got 300 now. Well, it's certainly approaching 300. So, I mean, I can't keep writing names on there, but there's my gym buddy. You're my gym buddy. It really does work. And there I go, knocking the microphone again. It's probably making all kinds of noises, so I apologise. Finally, number 10. Faith in people, support and generosity. And I've spoken several times about the imposter in my mind that says things to me that stop me doing things and limit my beliefs. And I probably could have had another 20 of insights on this, but before I started this, I had a debate in my conversation with myself in my own mind as to whether I do this topless or not. Mark, you're going to get laughed at. Mark, people will think, who do you think you are? Mark, all kinds of negative comments. The fact is, I've got 300 subscribers nearly, and I've not had one negative comment, and I can feel the emotion welling up. It's a powerful thing. So perhaps I need to reassess my faith in humanity, people, and their generosity. You've all been wonderful. Some people spent time and effort and thought typing up advice for me and comments and encouragement, and it really does. I really do appreciate it. I keep saying this, and I don't want to say it so much that it sounds insincere. Sincerely, I do. Anyway, there's 10 insights from month 1 of my calisthenics journey. I'm feeling fantastic. It's given me a new lease of life. At 55, I thought it was all downhill. Clearly it isn't. I'm feeling quite wonderful about the whole thing. It's the 28th of December. So that means my next workout will be either in 2 days or 3 days, depending on how well I recover from this. That's my approach. Again, comments have given me permission to make my own mind up about when I do my next one. It could be 1 day, 2 day, 3 days. Similarly, the rest between sets could be 1 minute, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, or whenever I feel like getting back into it. Anyway, getting back to the point, I should be back here on the 30th. Hope you've enjoyed that. Please comment below, and please subscribe and hit the notifications bell if you haven't already done so. I am now going to eat a big breakfast, which is one of the many rewards from doing this. Protein based, of course. I'll see you soon.